Hi everyone, it's Charles at Empress Mills, and today we are taking a peek at one of the latest Lewis and Irene ranges, Small Things Coastal. The Small Things ranges in general from Lewis and Irene are collections that they bring out twice a year, and they vary the theme. So we've had Small Things Wild Animals, we've had Small Things Crafts, absolutely all sorts. And this time we've got Small Things Coastal, so picking up on sort of sea creatures and beach huts and all sorts of bits and bobs that we will take a peek at in more detail now. The ranges in general, we keep them all, I think we've got them in two main categories on the website, so you can go and find all of the back catalogue for the Small Things ranges, because they are super useful designs. Not in larger prints, as the name would suggest. You've got this smaller size design across the full collection. And Lewis and Irene designs them very much as blender fabrics. As I understand it, the Small Things collections in general started not long after Lewis and Irene themselves got going, and basically the collections were being so well received, the general collections that they produced were being so well received, shops wanted, we wanted more blender ranges from them, so they designed this sort of ongoing range specifically for that. So this one picks up this wonderful seagull and also the ever popular puffin. Anything with puffins on always ends up being a super popular design. This fabric has only been with us a couple of weeks now, and it's already one of the favourites with that puffin on there. And as always with Lewis and Irene, there is three colourways in that. So we've got that nice rich blue that you see there, and then these two more subtle versions there. That's got just a little bit of a crease, so let me just open that up so we can see it in a little bit more detail. That's a lovely, gorgeous, almost sort of an aqua feel to the background on that one. And then also this one, which I'll get the name correct for you. This one is coastal blue. So it's just that little bit off that deeper colour. You've now got this slightly more subtle blue in the background there. And as always with Lewis and Irene, there is the main design, but they've popped a little bit of extra interest on. We've got this little silhouette just there in the background as well, just to add a little bit of extra detail to the design. But they are absolutely fantastic for all sorts. I know this is a phrase I use a lot, with Lewis and Irene, the designs, the range is created with quilting in mind, but just look at these. They are perfect for all sorts of projects. Wouldn't that be perfect for some beach hut cushions? And then there's the little outline of the seagull as well. And that is in that blue, and also this red, which is a nice rich red. And then finally in this natural sort of sand shade, which has been worrying Nat, who helps me with the cameras, because he's worried about this causing some problems, but I think hopefully he'll make sure that you can see that in some nice detail. And as always, Lewis and Irene have gone to town. We've got the stripy beach huts. You can make the door out. You know, it is a nice little. You know, they really do spend time on each of the beach huts. So you've got a few different ones there, just adding some interest to the design, really. That's that one. Let me just move us on to this. Now, me and Nat have been laughed at off my own for this one, because we were unsure what the shells were. We've been the butt of the jokes, let's say, Empress, for this one. But a lovely design, packed full of shells, and again, we've got just that little bit of background texture in the fabric itself. Whether we're picking that up perfectly or not, I don't know, but there is just this little background design, and the background shade isn't a pure block colour on this one. It's got almost like a chambray finish to it. It's a very, very nice print. Again, just adding that little bit of interest. I know I keep saying it, but with blender designs, to me, it is those little tiny bits of detail that make all the difference to a blender being a good one. So on here, before I get the mick taken out of me much more, we've got the cockle shells, and we have also got the whelk as well, before I get in trouble for getting it wrong. And I have no doubt there was someone who emails me, because I get lots of emails after these videos, which is fantastic. Some being very complimentary and some enjoying taking the mick too. So please do, if you think I've got something wrong. I do enjoy I do enjoy hearing from everyone. But as always, there is that design in the blue, and then also in this nice sand natural colour, which has been very popular since it was introduced, and also this lighter pink shade as well. So again, now on the lighter pink, I should just mention the background element, so this little background star is just a little bit more visible. So if you do want the background to be a little bit more visible, this is a good option for that. It is of course just up to you, and obviously the overall shade might not be the one that you're after, but it is just worth noting that design does just get picked up a little bit more due to the background colour itself on that one. Here we are moving on. I hope you don't think I'm rushing through these, by the way. I just want to give you a flavour of the designs. I'm very conscious of not boring you, so I just thought we'd have a quick whip through. This one is my particular favourite. In fact, shouldn't be about me, but never mind. This one's my favourite in the darker blue. In fact, nice rich blue. And to me, it's the one where we've got all sorts going on. It's a really nice print. We've got the lighthouses and a few different ones as well. As I say, just adding to the detail. And then we've got these fishing trawlers as well, or little ships, shall we say. There is the little background design too, just adding that little wisp of a design to the background, giving it that sort of movement feel of water itself. But I'm a big fan of this print. Nautical designs always do well here at Empress, and I think that one will be a favourite for sure. So there's that, and let's just take a peek at the colours. There's the aqua green as well in it, just there. And then also this lovely lighter blue. If you don't want to go as deep as the first blue there is this gorgeous light blue finish. And just perfect for cushions. All of the Nautical quilting fabrics go for such a variety of projects. It's brilliant to see in quilts, but bags, beach bags, curtains, anything along those sorts of lines, these fabrics are perfect for. And I know I go wittering on about it, but it's one of my things here at Empress. I love the specific fabrics, the base fabrics, and Lewis and Irene specifically use a grade A quality cotton. It's a premium quilting fabric that they use, and they pay extra to ensure that it has a light Shriner finish, which gives it a lovely, smooth, almost silk-like feel. It's not as smooth as silk, it's not supposed to be, but it's heading in that direction. It's a very, very smooth, very, very premium quality finish fabric, which, as I say, Lewis and Irene themselves chose, and I don't blame them one bit. It just sets them apart from the pack, to my way of thinking. The last three designs for us to take a peek at. Let me just have a move around here, then I don't end up with one of my stacks collapsing. It has happened in previous videos. We've got that same blue again. That's the real key theme that runs through them all. And we've got the crab and the seahorse on here. We've got the lobster as well. And this also in the background, just to add for the interest in the background on this one, we've got this little anchor that runs throughout. And it's only a small thing, but what Lewis and Irene do, I'm not just saying exclusive to them, but they spend a lot of time doing, is getting this slight rotation in the design, so you don't just see pure print lines. It does give you a nice mix of a design that you can use across a larger space, which obviously with these sort of fabrics being designed as blenders is very, very important. It will be perfect on the back of a quilt, for example, on the back of a nautical quilt, where the pattern repeat just blends in so well because of the rotation that they've got throughout the design. It's something that they do spend quite a lot of time looking at, which, as with many things design related, absolutely blew my mind when I first found out about it. That comes in a blue, and the gorgeous natural, that sandy coloured natural. And again, the anchor on this one, just that little bit more visible on there, and also this light blue again, just there. Isn't that a good Stunner with that one. And the actual lobster and the crab really pop on that background one in particular, I would say. Now, it's worth mentioning with Lewis and Irene in general, it's only a small thing, but just, I know I was trying about the detail, but to me it's just what makes sort of these fabric houses set themselves apart. And they even take the time on the selvage. These are where the colour matches. It's all to do with the printing process. But they even take the time that they need the individual colours pulling out on the selvage. And so Lewis and Irene, even they design the selvage, it's the bit that we're all expecting to be, but they even design the selvage to be in beach huts. And you will see that throughout their ranges. We'll look at it on some of the other ranges. They'll make the selvage colour matching blend with the collection. It's just that extra bit of care that they take. And to me, it just says that they really, really care about the fabrics. And they do. As a family, it's a family company. And as a family, they really love all of the products that they create. Which is nice. It's just nice to know that you're working with a team that are bothered, really. As always, very, very briefly, I'll just quickly whip through these. There are 15 designs in the main range, which are split up into colour coordinating bundles. They are curated specifically by Lewis and Irene. It's not an Empress sales point or anything like that. They have curated them to work together. There are the bumbleberries, which are coloured specifically by Lewis and Irene to work with the range. Those 5 shades are literally printed to coordinate with the collection, so you can be sure you will get a perfect match. And boy, do you see that with those blues, that aqua green, and the gorgeous sand colour there as well. So it really, really does work right across the board. Just so we can see it in a little bit more detail. The blue, the slightly lighter, the aqua green, and then that sand colour and the pink. But they work perfectly with the collection in general. I hope I have covered everything there. Nat's just reminded me, I have missed mentioning that I have forgotten the Bunting panel just here, which you'll have to excuse the crease lines. It was just folded, and I just popped it out for a note. Popped it out from before it was sent out, so I could get this for you. And it's the Bunting panel from the collection that Lewis and Irene have done. It has been super popular since it came in. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're getting 16 Bunting flags on that one panel. And Lewis and Irene have gone to town on the sides of the fabric there. They've added this extra beach house detail. So if you do want to cut it carefully, you will be able to use that in some other projects. Small projects, I admit, but you will be able to use it still. But that has been a super popular panel since it was first introduced, whether you want to use it at home, or of course if you've got a beach hut, if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to use it there. So yes, I now think I have covered everything. Thank you very much indeed for watching as always. If you have any other questions, anything at all, please, you know what to do. Leave a comment underneath the video. You can email us through the website, message us through any of the social channels, or of course don't hesitate to pick up the phone and chat to one of the Empress team here. We're here to help, and we love to actually speak to you. It doesn't have to be all electronic. Pick up the phone and have a chat. And please do like and subscribe to the channel. I always miss mentioning that, but I would appreciate it. It would be super. And if you've got any suggestions of things you want to see, not just related to this range, but in general, please let me know. We'd love to be covering the things that you want to see. We really, really would. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.